Hi everyone, my name is Siobhan Evans-Egan. I'm a psychic medium and a shamanic healing practitioner. I'm also an admin on the International Mediumship page, where it's a community of like-minded souls who are working spiritually, developing their mediumship abilities, their psychic abilities, healing abilities, and we're all coming together just to help each other out. So I'm doing this video and everything's through my own experience. I'm going to do it in two parts. This is about our clairs, the different types of clairs, what they are, how they work. And the second part of the video will be how we can strengthen them, how we can use them, how we can strengthen them in our everyday life. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick chat about these. So our natural five senses in our everyday life, which are physical, and we're all blessed to have them, and I'm very grateful for mine, which is sight, hearing, touch, smell, and taste. Okay, so we can see them, we can touch them, we can smell them. Okay, they're in front of us. So when someone is working on a mediumship level, in a medium connecting to a soul to soul of someone who has passed, or you're connecting on a psychic level, or you could be just on your own in a room and all of a sudden you get these strong senses are triggered. So let me just say how they work. So we're aware of, now please forgive me for my pronunciation, the clairalliance is clear smelling. Okay, so these clear smelling, clear gustus is clear tasting. So these are, of all the clairs, are non-physical. They're not in front of you. You can't prove them as such. They're coming from internal. So when the clear smelling is, someone could have smell of cigarettes, a smell of flowers, smell of perfume. And these will trigger something within the person who's receiving these triggers. Whether if I get a smell of tobacco or a smell of pipes, it reminds me of my granddad. If I get the smell of apple pie, it reminds me of my mum when she used to bake. And they trigger memories. So a lot of the time that's what it does. The tasting of maybe something sweet, maybe something bitter, and things like that. So they're the clairs. Now, when I speak about, I'm just going to talk about this. Clairvoyance is one that kind of a lot of people would be commonly talking about, and clairaudience, which is clear hearing, clairvoyance, clear seeing. Now, these come in two different ways. So, objective clairvoyance is seeing outside of you. So you will see a spirit physically in front of you. Okay, it's outside of you. The clairaudience is hearing outside of you. So it is rare in a sense, but it is there. I can only speak about mostly my experiences of objective clairvoyance, which would be seeing spirit outside of me, probably about 5-6 times maybe through my lifetime, and I probably nearly had a heart attack each time because I wasn't expecting it. And then it's like afterwards you're going, damn, why did I do that? Because I wasn't frightened. It's just, it can be a bit of a shock when you see it. The clairaudience, my auntie, she had clairaudience all her life, could hear all the time. Myself, only a couple of times in my lifetime have I heard it. Heard a female voice outside my ear speaking to me, or a male voice outside speaking to me. And again, frightened the life out of me because I just wasn't prepared for it or ready for it. So they're objective. What is most commonly in clairvoyance and clairaudience is it's internal. So the clairvoyance is a subjective. It's like a mental image rolling in your head. It's like a movie. But it's within your mind. Some people say the third eye. So it's within the head. It's inside, internal, and something is triggered to bring that up. Okay, and the clairaudience is the same, and I'm going to talk about that now. So when we talk about clairsentience, which is clear feeling, it's broken into three parts, the clairsentience. It's broken into three different faculties coming together. Okay, so the first one would be emotional, the feeling, where a psychic or a medium would be like, I feel sadness, I feel joy, I feel sick, I feel pain in my heart, I feel pain in my head. The second part of that is the clairvoyance part of it, which is the images. So the images is within the mind. Okay, so you might see a car, you might see a train, and you might see the person as in to be able to describe them. The third part of that is the clairaudience, which is like it's that you hear a name, but it's inside your own mind, where it's kind of like comes up and you get a name, Barbara. I want to say Barbara, okay, and it comes up. So when these three beautiful faculties are working together and nicely and balanced out, you have the clear knowing. That's when you hear someone go, I know they're a taxi driver. I know that their work was a taxi driver. I also know that they passed at nighttime. Okay, they passed outside. So when these three faculties, you'll hear a lot of the time people will say, like, I'm clairvoyant. So a lot of us will be more dominant in one of those faculties, which could be the clear feeling, only feel, which could be clear image. You're just seeing the images. A clear audience within you subjectively is clear hearing. So when you're working, and these are working lovely, for those of you who receive the image part of it, this is the part that it's important to learn. An image is nothing without the other two faculties of understanding the whole picture. So if I'm clairsentient and I'm working on my feelings, I can feel and I sense and I work away. And a lot of people you will hear say this. I sense this, I feel. And then when you hear them saying, I see. For people who don't do this work, when people say clairvoyant, they automatically assume a lot of us will see spirits standing in front of us objectively. And it's not true. And then you have a lot of mediums and psychics who make themselves out to do that. But are not authentic with it, or don't actually understand that it's happened subjectively, internally. Okay? So when you are working with these, I'm going to explain it. If I am working with someone, I'll use an example. I was reading for a lady and I got the image of a car. The image was triggered by my clairsentience. The emotional picture came up. Now, if I just said I see a car, I see a red car, and I'm reading for someone and they'll go, well, no, I don't know anything about red car. And a lot of the mistake what we do is we try to read the image. We focus really hard on the image and we try to understand it in our heads. And we get lost in it. Okay, so learning to surrender to the whole experience. The first thing we do is we pop to the image, but we can remain within that sense, the sense of the image. And I'll explain this. So I was reading for this lady and I got a car. And when I allowed myself to surrender to the whole experience, I could hear the car coming up a driveway, over stones, over gravel. I could hear this coming. I could also see it. I sensed, I knew I could see and feel and was aware I was outside and this was late. And because I got the whole image and understanding, I knew then the person that was communicating maybe was outside, had collapsed, and they could see this car coming towards them. And the woman could understand everything that was seen. So without understanding the three faculties working together in the clairsentience to get your clear knowing. But as I said, you can also be working, one will always be more dominant than the other in readings, but don't just throw it away and go, I only see, I only feel. Always be open to change because it will be forever changing. When I first began this, it was fully clairsentient, it was fully clear feeling, just clairsentience. My stronger dominant faculty in that was clear feeling. My images then began, and that got quite strong with the hearing. And then you could stand up if you're doing demonstration and all of a sudden it'll change. It'll be just feeling and sensing. So it's really good when this happens, not to get a fright, but be willing to surrender to what is going on in the moment. So all the clairs, there are, I think there's 5 or 6 of them. So as I said, the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, clear knowing, clear, here we go, alliance, clairgustiness. So the clairsentience has the 3 faculties: the emotion, the image, and the hearing. It's all triggered through the clairsentience. So join me if you wish for the second part, where I'm going to talk about how to strengthen them and how to work on them on your everyday life. Thanks for listening, guys.